it's Super Review Show for this X-Men Apocalypse movie review. 2016 has been a great year so far for movies. And here I am about to review X-Men Apocalypse I literally, like 10 minutes ago, just got out of the theater. And I came home and now I'm doing this review. So here we go. This is going to be an all spoiler filled. So if you don't want to know anything about the movie or the post-credit scene or anything, do not watch this video. Go and watch the movie first and then come back and watch this video. You have been warned, people. Okay, first things first. Did I like this movie? I really enjoyed this movie. Because initially it came out with mixed reviews. And then I saw it. I'm like, why don't I see what the mixed reviews are about? It's actually really solid. Anyways, so the overall plot of this movie consists of how it takes place 10 years after X-Men Days of Future Past, which, for those of you who know, it took place in 1973. Therefore, this takes place in 1983. So there's that, and McAvoy as Professor X nails it. Mystique has a little bit of a smaller role than Days of Future Past, but still has a significant role. I like how they introduced the new cast members as well. The new actors and actresses playing the iconic roles that we love. Nightcrawler, Cyclops, Jean Grey. How to put this? Beast. Well, Beast has been around for a while, so he's still good. Jubilee was briefly in there. Quicksilver had a great scene. Oh my god. So all these characters in Magneto was great. Psylocke was great. Storm was great, and basically everything that came together was really, really, really well put together, and I'm really happy about it too. Basically, the overall plot though. So here we go. So basically, the first scene you see is the desert in ancient Egypt, in the Nile River, like thousands of years ago. And the first mutant born is the one who is healed. And Apocalypse is transferring his body into that. But the Egyptians, who say he's a false god, and they actually start trying to kill him. But his 4 horsemen stop the Egyptians and kill them. There's this great scene where actually one of them grabs one of the Egyptians and twists his body so he kind of gets like stuck, and then he gets crunched apart. It was disgusting but awesome. And then they collapse. I don't know how, but the Egyptians actually planned an attack to collapse the pyramid ahead of time. Therefore, they could actually do that. They could stop this false god of Apocalypse. Because they thought, hey, he's not a god. What are they talking about? Anyways. And then you flash forward to modern day. The actual X-Men title sequence was catching up through history. Say how we went from that to now we're in present day with the X-Men. And then after that, it goes to Germany with Mystique getting Nightcrawler. You meet Angel for the first time as well. By the way, all the cast nailed their roles, by the way. Every single cast member did a spectacular job on all of their roles. I could not have been more impressed with all of these actors. With the guy who played Cyclops to the fine lady who played Jean Grey. They all nailed their roles. And Quicksilver had a... I'm just going to jump right to it. Quicksilver's scene in this was spectacular. So basically, you get to a point where Apocalypse connects to Xavier during Cerebro. He's searching for Magneto, and he connects to Xavier. Apocalypse does. And he basically he uses his power to oversee the world, and Havoc is with them, because he's in the trailers now, and he's beaming. He's going to destroy Cerebro so he can disconnect from Apocalypse. In doing so, Apocalypse shows up, steals Professor X, gets out of there, and Havoc kind of shoots his way out, and he destroys the X-Jet, or the soon-to-be X-Jet, and basically blows up the X-Mansion, as Quicksilver just happens to be about to enter the Institute, Xavier's school. And you hear, I forget the name of the song, but it's one of those 80s songs that he's doing, he goes through the entire school, grabbing all the students and just pulling them out, and he's just doing this great job of just pulling them out bit by bit. And at one point he's doing the moonwalk, he saves the goldfish, he takes the pizza, it was the perfect Quicksilver scene. To me, it didn't top Days of Future Past, but it was pretty much on par with that. It didn't top it, but it was still on par. I loved this Quicksilver sequence, and he played a much significant role. A bigger role in this movie than he did in Days of Future Past. Because in Days of Future Past, he had that one scene and that was it. And then in this movie, he actually has a role. He gets trapped. He was still his quick dialogue, funny self. He's like, I don't know, man. There's a scene, and so eventually they all get the key X-Men get captured, and they go to the Weapon X base. And the Weapon X base is holding. For those of you who saw X-Men Days of Future Past and you saw our commentary, you saw the last scene of that movie was Stryker taking Wolverine into Weapon X. Wolverine has been in Weapon X this whole time. He's been locked up in a cage. And Jean Grey and Cyclops and Nightcrawler sneak aboard the helicopter to go after to help out the other X-Men. But basically, they get trapped as well, and they can't use the power, so they're stuck there. And they actually unleash Wolverine on the guards. And that was awesome. And actually, tonight was my second showing. My first showing was last night. My God, my audience applauded when they actually saw Hugh Jackman's like, oh my God, I started flipping out. It was awesome. It was a dynamite time seeing Wolverine back on the screen. Wolverine has a role, but it's not like he's throughout all three arcs in the movie, three acts in the movie, and he's doing great jobs. No, he's just in the one scene because after all, X-Men Days of Future Past, it was the future self in his younger body. Now he's the past self without that memory. So he's kind of on his own. And honestly, Simon Kinberg actually said in an interview a little while ago, he's saying that, given that we have the first class cast member and they're much younger, we can move them forward into basically the words he used was they can reinterpret X-Men 1, 2, and 3 and therefore go forward from there. What I think he means by that is they can just basically completely redo X-Men 1, 2, and 3. I don't know if those movies are still going to be part of the actual history or not the canon, but they'll have to explain that somehow because this franchise has been through a lot of topsy and turvy stuff. So there you go. So character standout. The humor was perfectly placed in all the right spots. The tone was pretty much golden all the way through. Yeah, and I'm not. There's some weak parts of the film are that the actual build up to the fight that you see in the trailers is pretty much Acts 1 and the beginning of the beginning part of Act 2, and then it's all of battle. So the first act, you're like, okay, we're going along, a lot of humor. We're going to meet up with the CIA. We're going to do this. And then you're just like, there's some action sequences here, but overall, the actual part you see in the trailer where they're fighting and stuff is actually in near the end of the second act and all of the third act. That's what you are getting when you go see this movie. So, basically, I forgot to mention, the end credit scene. Look, I'm not going to tell you the end credit scene because I want you to see it for yourself, but all you need to know is that something sinister is coming, and that's all I'm going to say. Anyways, so but if I were gonna rate this movie 0 to 10, I'm gonna give this movie an 8.5 out of 10. It wasn't. No, I take that back. I'm gonna give it an 8.9. No, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10, people. A 9 out of 10. I actually really enjoyed this movie for what it was. It was not as good as Days of Future Past. It was not as good as X-Men 1 or 2. But it still was a great X-Men movie. I definitely had a good time at the theater with this. I had laughs. I was, no, not that. I had suspenseful moments. It was all around a whole great movie overall. Yeah, the critics were disagreeing with some parts here and there. Like, Hollywood Reporter gave it this, Variety gave it that. Overall, X-Men Apocalypse is a movie you can take your family to go see. Or your friends, your family, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever. Take it to go see X-Men Apocalypse. You guys should have a total blast seeing X-Men Apocalypse and seeing all these characters and mutants on screen together. Guys, thank you so much for watching this review of X-Men Apocalypse. Hopefully you guys will stick around for the rest of the year. We're going to do more reviews of the movies throughout the year. And for the next one coming up is probably going to be Ghostbusters. Yes, I said it. I'm probably going to be the only one in the theater. I'm going to give it a shot for what it is. And I may eat my words, I may not. I don't know yet. Star Trek Beyond is after that, so we're going to have to wait and see. I just don't know. So we're going to have to wait and see, though. But I will say, but look, for all your X-Men movie reviews and all the other movie reviews and Apocalypse stuff, keep it locked on the Super Review Show. Mutant and Proud. That was terrible. I'm sorry. Anyways, I'll go see you guys later.